How do animals communicate? How do they exchange information? The way animals communicate has long been a subject of human curiosity. It is part of the culture of every society. Animals are part of our nature, and the more we get to know them, the more we gain insight into our own nature. People used to think that animals were emotionless, unable to dream or even think. The main reason for such perspectives is an anthropocentric view of nature. But such superstitions are becoming less and less common. Thanks to scientific research, we are beginning to understand animals more and more. This includes artificial intelligence, which is now a part of our lives. AI is a powerful tool that can help us understand animals better. Perhaps in the future we will be able to communicate directly with animals thanks to AI. But it's too early for that because AI needs further development. So what is AI doing in this field? Animals have very different ways of communicating. Therefore, we first need to explain the nature of communication and the meaning of animal communication. Communication is the interaction of individuals with themselves and other beings. The meaning of this interaction is basically the exchange of information. The simplest form of communication is the sending of messages between a sender and a receiver. In nature, communication is much more complex. But it need not be complex information in the human sense. The information can be about any characteristic, emotion, or desire of a living being. For example, many different species of animals puff up their bodies, bark, roar, or stamp their feet on the ground to frighten their rivals in competition. Sometimes there doesn't even have to be a specific opponent or partner in sight. Many bird species make mating calls, or some animals use exaggerated colors to send a frightening message. There are many factors that make communication patterns different in nature. But the most general and simple logic is that the more interaction between individuals, the more complex the form of communication. Communication is especially important for animals that live in groups. Communication is the basis of group life. Socialization is therefore very important for many animals, including humans. However, we humans have a much more complex form of communication. It is not enough for us to perceive things. We also need to interpret what we can perceive in the right way to comprehend it. And we are very good at it. We have invented many useful things, from mathematics to philosophy, but our perception is not perfect, and we don't always interpret what we perceive correctly. For living things, the better the perception, the better the information. For example, the sense of smell of dogs, keen eyesight of eagles, or the sense of touch of octopuses are perfect. What's more, sensory abilities are unique to every living thing and can be very different for some creatures than we realize. For example, trees share their needs with each other through their roots. On the other hand, when sensory abilities are absent or inadequate, perceptual information is diminished. This is where we humans can use technology to acquire and share knowledge beyond our senses. Think about our knowledge of space. Every day we learn more and more about things we could never see with our eyes. But animals don't have these tools. Animals are characterized by the fact that some senses may be very good while others may be inadequate. Each creature has its own natural ability to perceive. That's why animals have very different ways of communicating. For example, bees dance, dolphins whistle, lions roar, dogs wag their tails, and sharks detect electrical signals to convey information to others. Each class of animals uses different skills to communicate unique to their characteristics. While our daily and scientific observations give us some information about them, we don't know exactly what information they carry with them. This is where artificial intelligence comes in. Using AI, we can better understand animal characteristics such as body language, color, smell, and sound. However, AI tools are not yet advanced enough for things like sight, sound, or smell. While AI is currently limited in what it can do, even its current capabilities can help us find patterns in animal sounds and understand their communication systems. AI has already made some important advances in the study of animal communication. AI is an advanced technology that processes large amounts of data, classifies it in a meaningful way, and uses the knowledge gained to perform various tasks. Machine learning works in a similar way in animal communication. Most of the AI work on animal communication so far has been translating bioacoustic data from animals. In other words, instead of communicating directly with animals, AI has tried to translate their communicative data into meaningful information. So what has been achieved so far? Scientific studies in the field have been conducted on marine mammals, primates, pigs, bats, rodents, and birds. For example, a software called DeepSqueak is used for ultrasonic vocalization research. This tool records rodent sounds such as mouse sounds that the human ear cannot detect. The AI classifies and labels the recorded sounds and tries to identify emotional stress in the animal's vocalizations. Moreover, anyone can download the software for free on GitHub to use it. Another project, the Wild Dolphin Project, has been conducting research on free-roaming dolphins for a long time. The project has been recording video and audio of dolphins for 30 years. Dr. Denise Herzing, who has been studying dolphins since 1985 and is the founder of the project, says that they will be able to crack the dolphins' communicative code through machine learning. The project team is trying to communicate with dolphins using a bioacoustic keyboard worn on the arm. The team is trying to use artificial intelligence to find patterns in dolphin vocalizations and more easily discover communication between dolphins and humans. It has long been known that dolphins are very intelligent. They use different vocalizations to express various emotions such as happiness, anger, fear, and pain. Maybe in the future, we will be able to better understand these intelligent animals. On the other hand, the SETI project aims to record the sounds of sperm whales traveling around Dominica and the Caribbean so that AI-powered computers can identify them. A similar project, the SETI project, is working on humpback whales. The SETI project, which has been trying to communicate with extraterrestrial intelligent beings for a long time, has realized a simple example of interspecies communication for the first time. The Whale SETI project team used the voice of a humpback whale they had previously recorded to call a group of whales. Interestingly, a humpback whale named Twain approached the research team's ship and responded. This interaction lasted for 20 minutes and excited the scientists. Whales sing songs in bioacoustic communication. They use their voices to convey emotions, hunt, and exchange information about their environment. Another important organization, the Earth Species Project, aims to decode the communication code of all animals rather than focusing on the communication of a single species. The project is working to develop tools that can be applied to the entire animal kingdom, from worms to whales. However, there are some limitations to this research so far. First, each research requires original work. If we want AI technologies to talk to specific animals, the language model of the technology we develop must also generate and intelligently use the communication signals of those animals. In other words, if AI talks to animals, it should talk like their kind. Animals shouldn't have to decipher human commands. AI should be able to evaluate animal signals in multiple contexts and produce responses of the same quality. While there are some examples that can send various signals to animals, they are not yet advanced enough to behave like animals. Currently, no AI model has the technology to produce such responses. So AI models should not be limited to translating the bioacoustic signals of animals. Research often focuses on only one aspect of animal vocalizations. Their vocalizations, social structures, body language, memories, and environmental factors are left out. These gaps are filled by human guesswork. In addition to vocalizations, other factors such as smell, body language, and behavior also play a role in animal communication. So many animals can use voice, sight, smell, and body language at the same time. Just like humans. Animals with fewer vocal communication skills, on the other hand, are even harder to understand. It will be much better if research expands and becomes more interdisciplinary in the future. AI can help us understand animal communication, but these studies do not guarantee that we will be able to communicate with animals in the same way that humans talk to each other. So AI is not a magic wand that will make us talk to animals. Much of the scientific work on animal communication doesn't promise a future as fascinating as humans talking to animals, but it does offer hope for a better natural world. Understanding animal communication has many benefits for both humans and animals. Here are a few examples. 1. Understanding the thoughts and feelings of animals allows us to better empathize with them. 2. We can better protect the needs and living conditions of animals as we shape nature, the world that is home to us all. 3. Understanding animal behavior can help us improve animal welfare in the social environment in which we live with them. 4. We can develop new strategies to better protect endangered animals. 5. AI-enabled smart cameras and sensors can help us intervene more quickly in illegal activities such as poaching and logging. 6. Thanks to the remote sensing capabilities of these technologies with the same infrastructure, we can analyze large amounts of data and find better solutions to global warming and various problems of the ecosystem. 7. Understanding the nature of animals can also offer new perspectives for understanding the nature of humans and make us think more about the importance we give to nature. In this way, we can become nature-centered instead of anthropocentric. AI is a powerful tool to improve our understanding of animal communication. This research could lead to beneficial outcomes for both animals and humans. However, there are some things to be aware of, because the purpose and possible consequences of scientific studies are always a matter of ethics. First of all, it is possible to achieve all these positive examples without artificial intelligence tools. We just need to prioritize correctly. It is possible to empathize with animals, to end all kinds of hunting, or to find solutions to bigger problems such as global warming. Most of these problems are already caused by humans. So, if we humans did nothing, animal welfare or the functioning of the ecosystem would still be better. And why isn't it? Because civilizations have distanced us from nature, we have turned everything into commodities, and we have objectified animals for our own selfish worlds. Moreover, we have objectified ourselves. The patriarchal world order has been treating women as objects for at least 5,000 years. The private property system is likewise based on human exploitation. Very few of the human population actually live in prosperity. In a patriarchal and capitalist world order where nature is plundered, animals are produced as objects in factories, animals are humiliated and exploited, it is very difficult to truly increase their welfare and protect their nature. It is not possible to improve animal welfare only by researching the characteristics of animals. Therefore, at this point, it should always be debated whether such scientific studies are really done for nature and society or whether they are done to profit from investments. In a world where everything is done for capital, scientific work cannot be truly independent. Of course, a lot of good things can be done in the current situation, but it will take a very long time to reach its true potential. On the other hand, as these studies grow, it is possible that they will create a series of controversies. Such scientific work needs to take into account factors such as scientific ethics, animal rights, and global issues. Studies that only benefit humans or have devastating consequences for nature should be avoided. On the occasion of AI, we try to touch on important points about animals. In the future, we will try to produce content on topics such as the relationship between humans and animals, human nature, animal nature, and various natural problems. You can leave your ideas, suggestions, and video requests in the comments. You can subscribe to support the channel and receive news about new videos. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay in good health for now. See you in the next video.